Good morning. Good morning. Hold on, I'm getting my other platform set up right quick, y'all. Other platform set up right quick. Doom, doom, doom. Call that Whirlpool. Settings. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom. Good morning. How we doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jeanette. How are you? Sorry, I was getting everything else set up. So, how are we this morning? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. You know, I like the area, and good morning, Grace. I like the area on YT because it's like a huge area there. Hey, Lise. Hi, Lise. Good morning, Grace. Good morning, Del. Good morning. How are y'all? Good morning, Rhonda. Good morning, Jules. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Y'all, I had to wear my sweatshirt again today. We had so much fun making the sweatshirt yesterday, and I have to say, I got so many comments on my sweatshirt yesterday during class, so that was kind of cool. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, guys. Right? It turned out so awesome. Thank you, Grace. Thank you. Thank you. I have to say, I was kind of wondering at the first as to whether that was going to turn out or not, but it turned out okay. So, good morning, Martha. How are you? Good morning, Sass. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Y'all, it is Friday. And what is Friday? Friday's rope day. We are always having fun on Friday with rope. So let me grab some rope because, y'all, today, is it Cheshire Cat? I don't know exactly how to do that. Good morning, Martha. Good morning. Good morning. Which ornament there, Grace? Which ornament? So I have to say, so I found Cheshire Cat. Awesome. So it was good, Grace. Class yesterday. Oh my gosh, y'all. We have so many different things that we're going to be doing on our lives. So I got to get the designs and they showed us how to actually create some different designs. And y'all, we're going to be working in the hoop with yarn. We're going to actually be making some stuff in the hoop with yarn. I didn't even realize it was possible, you know, because I've done it in the quilting machine on a long arm quilting with it's called couching. It's called couching on there. So you actually run yarn along with that. So yes, yarn. We're going to use yarn, Grace. But yesterday we made these really cool. He did a really cool design on a shirt, and it had like 3 different balls of yarn, and we ran the yarn along the machine with the actual thread, so it had the thread and the yarn implemented into the design, and it was the coolest thing. It was so cool. So I'm excited, and I'm pretty sure I have the foot on my embroidery machine because we were using more or less the same embroidery machine that I was using. So yeah, we're gonna have fun with that. We're gonna have fun with that one. So anyways, today's rope day, y'all. Today's rope day. Hopefully all y'all have had a good week. I hope all y'all have had a good week. I am ready for Friday, so I'm probably going to have a pretty busy sewing weekend, which is good. But part of the sewing weekend is going to be seam ripping that one row of from the quilt, which turns out it's a good thing that I didn't get it finished because she sent me a message asking me to add a quote to the quilt. So I don't like adding quotes after the fact. You're good, Lise. You are good. You are good. Good morning, Shannon. How are you? You're labeled as a super fan. I hope you know that, Shannon. I just got a thing that says super fan just joined. You're a super fan. You're a super fan. So awesome. Anyways, so this morning, we are going to be doing Mr. Cheshire Cat. And y'all, Look at the fun thread. I'm going to share the fun thread. It's like a variegated kind of fun thread that we're going to use to go along with Mr. Cheshire Cat. So I've got 100 feet of rope here. So clothesline rope. We're going to be using clothesline rope, but I think we're going to be using the pink thread. So, but right, is that not fun, Jen? Good morning, Jen. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is I think we need pink on the bottom. I don't know. No, you know what? I think we'll use white on the bottom. I think we're going to use white on some of the pink may end up coming through on it. So I think we're going to go ahead and keep white on the bottom of there. So, but anyway, so this is what we're going to work with today. This is what is that absolutely great. Is it, so question y'all are that I got is it enough rope? So absolutely. So let me show you something. So let me grab the chicken we did last week. I think we did this last week, didn't we? So this right here. So Grace, this one right here we did last week. This is actually, so it started out with 50 feet and I added another 10. So this is actually 60 feet of rope. So, and you see how big this is? The cat's not quite that big. The cat's not quite as big as you can see. The cat's not as big as the chicken is. So it's not going to be quite as big as that one. So we should, yeah. So like I said, rope goes a long way. Rope will go a long way. And the nice thing is we're going to do the bottom portion, because let me grab the bottom portion with that one rope. And then I'm thinking, I was going to ask Missy if she hopped on, but what I'm thinking is we're going to add pink. We're going to add pink to the top of this one. So give it a little pop on the top. So the bottom will be the white rope, and then on the top, it'll be the pink rope. So good morning, Lisa. Good morning. I do get started early, 4:30 every morning. 4:30 every morning. So how are you this morning? How are you this morning? I had to wear my shirt again today, y'all, because I got so excited that we made this yesterday morning. So, oh, she laid back down. Okay, Lisa, that's fine. Well, just so you know, I'm going to add pink to the top of that bowl. I'm going to add pink to the top of that bowl, and we're going to have some fun with it. So, because I think it's going to match. I think it'll match pretty good. I think it will. So, and this one's for her daughter, right? So these are Christmas gifts. I've got 3 Christmas gifts, but I have to show you because we have another one that we're going to be working on. And the other one that we're going to be working on, thanks, Grace, that we're going to be working on is the iguana. Yes, I was calling it a bearded dragon yesterday, but Nikki proceeded to tell me that it's an iguana, not a bearded dragon. So, yeah, it's a lizard. I don't know. How is it? Oh my gosh, Miss Lisa, it was phenomenal. Oh my gosh, I learned so many things at this class, y'all. Y'all are going to benefit from this because we're going to be doing these on the live. We're going to be doing, so he showed me how to create different designs and stuff with the software that I have. So we're going to be doing some creation, and I might do some videos. I might do some videos on YT. So look out for some videos on there, and I may post them over here onto TT also. So I'm going to be doing some instructional videos. So I like to share knowledge, y'all. You know me, I like to share knowledge. I'm here to share with y'all. I am here to share with y'all. So thanks for the shares, y'all. Thanks for the shares. Good morning, buddy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Pittman. Good morning, Davis. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. But let me show you. So I have an idea, and you'll have to let me know what you think about this idea. And don't forget to drink your coffee. Good morning, Deidre. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Okay, so we have the iguana. Y'all, check this thread or rope out. I'm thinking this rope. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, thank you. I'm thinking this rope to go along with the iguana. This rope to go along with the iguana. It's like a green, it's green and black. I know I had some other one that was green and purple, but this is green and black. You know, I have to send you one. I appreciate you, Shannon. I really appreciate you. So, yeah. So, let's go ahead and get started. Y'all ready to get started? Because we're going to start on the Cheshire Cat. We're going to see how much we can get done. Okay, cool, Miss Lisa. Thank you. So we're going to get started on Mr. Cheshire. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning. Good morning. Let me move this over here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make sure I have I think I got a full bobbin in there. So we got a full bobbin in there. Like I said, we're gonna thread this on the machine, and we're going to be using it with this. So let me get this here. We're gonna see how much fun we can have, y'all. We're gonna see how much fun we can have. I like rope day. Rope day's, a fairly easy day. Y'all like rope day? I like rope day. So we're going to take this over there. So I'm going to leave this here for right now because we'll end up back over here because we'll have to, once we get this big enough, we'll have to press this into the bottom. Once we get this pressed into the bottom of it, then we're going to start curving up. And when we start curving up, we'll start curving up with the pink rope. So, and this is a macrame rope. Yes, I like rope day. Rope day's cool, Shannon. So this is a macrame rope, and then this is a clothesline rope. So Wally World, y'all. Check out Wally World. Great prices. So, all right, coming this way. We're going to turn. That one there, I'm going to put that there. That was a class I took yesterday. Trevor Palooza is what it is. If you want to know the class I took yesterday, send me a message. I can give you the information on it. So, on this way, I'm going to turn y'all around. Where does the turning? Try not to flip. I have those. There's the what do you call them on the floor? They're whoops. I gotta move you over this way. Move you this way. There's like inserts in the floor for to put the poles for the table, because there's actually a table and like a couch, or like a table and chair, or like bench seats back here that you can put back here in here. So, but okay. So what we're gonna do, like I said, we're doing Mr. Cheshire. We're gonna move him over here. Move this one here. We gotta get Miss Lumi turned on. We gotta turn you on. She's like, you haven't even turned me on this morning. I'm feeling. So when you turn it on, it moves that embroidery arm. It says, "Are you sure that we can move this?" Yeah, I'm sure you can move this. Okay, moving. Later, I need to know the model on the cordless. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Lisa. Absolutely. And actually, I mean, I can send it to you also, but if you go over to the YT and click in the bio on the YT, it'll pull up my page. And if you go down, I think I have it posted in there for you. But I can send me a message. I can send it to you too. So not a problem. So we're going to be doing sewing today, and the embroidery arm. I don't ever remove the base of my arm. Yeah, absolutely, Lisa. And just as an FYI for y'all, I'm on there also right now. So it's kind of a larger, it's crazy. I sit there and look at the visual on here, and then I look at the visual on YT. Y'all, it's like huge. It's like huge. So just so you know. So it's crazy. Okay. So now what we need to do, good morning, Betty. How are you? Can you, oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. Oops, not that way. I flipped the wrong camera that way. That one. Y'all have to remind me of these things because I forget sometimes. So thank you for the reminder. I appreciate it. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we are going to thread this fun one. We're gonna thread this fun thread here. And I'm just gonna say Floriani. Y'all, that thread is awesome. Well, that thread is awesome. So, and this is like a y'all, it's funny because Lisa asked me this morning, she goes, you really like that variegated thread, don't you? I'm like, I do. So I don't know if y'all can see the different colors in there. The different colors on there is just, it's just like a light different color, but it's I don't know, it just makes it pop. Good morning, Miss Cynthia. Good morning. I didn't get home till late yesterday, Miss Cynthia. It was like, what time was it was like 7:30. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Tammy. Love my Floriani. The original name of it was Fufu. Was it really? I did not know that. Fufu thread. I kind of like Fufu thread. They should have left Fufu thread. I like Fufu thread. That's kind of fun. I did not know that. Thanks for that information. I appreciate it. And y'all, somebody told me yesterday they started the Black Friday, the Black Fridays already on dimes, DIME hoops. Y'all, do a Google on that. So, oh, got you, Cynthia. Okay. The doom, the doom, the doom. Okay, so we're gonna puke this thread. Just keep it open. I gotta look and see if I can find, because yesterday, like I said, we were doing an embroidery design with yarn. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, that Cynthia. You are awesome. We're gonna thread that. Okay, so just as an FYI for y'all, so with the rope, thanks Sarah, appreciate that. So with the rope, whenever I use rope, I do, let me move y'all over there so you can see. So I use my go-to stitch, y'all. You're gonna find that I use this as a go-to stitch for quite a few different things. So good morning, Bets. How are you? So on the double, yes, Miss Cynthia, you're already catching me there. So the double blanket stitch, y'all, it's what I use, and it works phenomenal for rope. So as you see, so I use the double blanket stitch on this, and y'all, it does not come apart. As you'll see sometime, and I find, and everybody does it different. I mean, and maybe it's just the way I stitch, but I find that on these, it works out, and we're going to be able to see it a lot better on the, with the white and the pink. So you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. But what it does is you put your foot right down the middle of the two rope. And so there's a stitch that goes down the middle, and then there's a stitch that comes up this way and a stitch that goes this way. And as it goes back and forth this way, what it does is it squishes those two pieces of rope together, and it keeps it together, and it keeps it all stitched up together. So as you can see, it's not coming apart. It's not coming apart there. So we're going to go ahead and put that stitch in here. So on this one, it's over on the 3. Every machine, it's in a different spot there, and then 3-18, and then I increased that stitch up to 7 millimeters on there. I increased it up to 7 millimeters. I like a little bit of wider stitch. The little bit of a wider stitch makes it just go a little bit more out there when you're stitching. So on this one, we went oblong on this one, but I think we're going to go circle on this one. So let me find. Thank you for the roses. You were awesome. Thank you. So if y'all are just joining, we are doing a rope bowl today. We are adding the Cheshire cat to this rope bowl. So we're going to get started and get stitching on here. Just start a stitching. I gotta find the end of the rope. Where you at? Somewhere out there. Oh, that was good. Ha! I found it. We're gonna remove. Like I said, we're gonna do a circle bowl. Circle bowl. We're doing a circle bowl, y'all. I don't use the loose mech, and don't use the loose. Oh yes, I'm sorry. If you want me to, I can send you what I got. So yeah, so if you use a loose macrame, so the rope I use, as you can see, this one's very tight. The macrame rope is very tight. I didn't realize there was a loose one. I'm sorry, I did not realize that. Thanks for the share, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna show y'all. You have to be careful, and we got to change our foot before we go anywhere, because y'all, trying to do this with an embroidery foot would not be any fun. So as a reminder, I use a screwdriver. So I'm always reminding y'all of this, but I just remind you of this because I've had this happen. I've had it, well, it happened at class yesterday where it came loose and the foot came loose and we broke a foot or a broken needle. So good morning, Tina. How are you? All right, so we're adding this foot. So I just use this foot here. I don't use so this one is I don't know exactly what where's the letter on this one? I don't know where the letter is. Anyways, so I'm going to show y'all. So I use the one that's off to the side. So there's a slit off to the side, not down the middle. So a slit off to the side, not down the middle. Because if you use the one down the middle, it seems to sometimes get hooked into the rope as you're going along. If you use the one that's got the slit off to the side, it doesn't grab it as often. So just as an FYI, So like I said, you find these quirks that work for you. Sometimes it'll work for you, sometimes it won't. And just because it does work for me, you might have another way to do things. And if you have another way to do it, let me know because I am all game on trying. I'm all game on changing things too. Okay, so you hand tighten it with your hand, and then you take that screwdriver and you're just going to give it a little cinch. You're just going to give it a little cinch. So you put it in there and just a little. You don't want to tighten it to the point that you can't loosen it. You don't want to tighten it to that. So that's the foot you use too. Awesome. Nancy, it was oh my gosh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. And y'all, they loved my sweatshirt. They're like, where'd you get that sweatshirt? And I'm like, we made it this morning. Yep, we did it this morning. And thank y'all for your help. Because I appreciate y'all's help with that. So we're going to be, thanks for the shares, Kelly. Thank you for the shares. So we're going to be having some fun. Yeah, we're going to be having some fun in our mornings with some stuff that I learned yesterday. Good morning, Darla. Good morning. Okay, so just as a, hey, Pearl, how are you? So just as a reminder, we are doing Cheshire Cat. So it's a little chilly. I don't know what the temperature, at least what's the temperature this morning? So we're going to be doing, it's supposed to be a kind of a rainy, cold weekend. So we're doing the Cheshire Cat. So we're going to do a circle. So we're going to get that circle big enough to get that Cheshire Cat in there. And then we're going to add pink up. And it's going to be a bowl. So we're going to add pink on the side. So, and I'm thinking, all right, thanks, Lisa. It's 49. So on the side, we're going to go up with pink. We may add a couple rounds of white in the middle and then go pink on the top too. So we'll see how it turns out. 55 in Kansas. Has been 32. Wow. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of move it in the middle here. Because you got to get that middle started. Once you get the middle started, then you can just start turning. And I'm going to show y'all how you load this. Because you got to load it a certain way. 65 in Houston. Yeah, but 65 and humid there, Miss Lisa. That's cold. Humidity is cold. I keep saying that, but I had no idea. 32 in Maine with ice on the windshield. Yeah, that's cold, Tammy. That is cold. Okay, so we have got, so as you see, we have got it turned here like this. So how do we load it into the machine? This is the one where you have to be careful. So you have your feed dog. Your feed dog goes like this and it pulls it backwards to the back of your machine, right? So 28 in Virginia, ouch. So with that feed dog that pulls it to the back of the machine, what do you have to do? You got to make sure, because as you can see, making sure I can see here. So as you can see, it rolls up this way. So you want to make sure when it rolls up this way that you have it in the machine that it's going to load it that way. So if we load it into the machine this way, it's going to go back that way. We don't want it to go back that way. So we flip it over this way. That way, when we flip it over this way and it pulls it to the back, it's going to pull it to the back of the machine. So as you see right here, so I have it right here like this. It's going to pull it to the back of the machine. I need to turn that light. Do you want me to turn the light down on the machine? Because I can turn that light down. Is it too bright? Hold on, let me turn that light down. Not that one. Yeah, that one. Is that better or no? That way it doesn't glare. I think that's better. So, because that glare sometimes. Okay, cool. I want you guys to be able to see. Okay, so as I said, so you have it like this, and we have it in here. Because if we have it this way, when it pulls that feed dog, it's going to turn it that way. If we flipped it this way and that feed dog pulled it, it would unroll it. So we want to make sure that we have it this way. So what we're going to do is we have this. So now we're just going to go stitch across and across and across. Good morning, Ribbons. Good morning, Deb. How are you? So you're going to stitch and stitch and stitch just to get that middle all stitched together. Once we get that middle all stitched together, then we'll start going in rounds. And we got to pay attention. We got to make sure we get big enough for this cat because Mr. Cheshire is going in the middle. Mr. Cheshire is going in the middle. So I'm going to load it this way. And I have white bobbin on the bottom. And then I have pink, that pink fun. It's like a variegated thread. So we're going to go and let me make sure I have. So we have the right stitch in here. So I have the double blanket stitch, universal needle. Yes, Deidre, I just use a universal needle. So I use a universal needle for everything. That way I don't have to purchase this kind of needle or this kind of needle. I always use the same needle. The only time I change is if I'm doing like a industrial. So yes, it's Friday, means rope day. Friday's always rope day, y'all. Okay, so we're going to stitch across here. So we're just going to stitch. Ooh, this pink is going to be gorgeous. I am excited. Oh my gosh, guys. Wait till y'all see this. Okay, so we're going to get stitching here. Oh my gosh. I can't help myself. I just like the pink. We're going to see if we can start turning with it. And y'all, let the feed dog pull it. You just use your hand to do the direction on it. Just use your hand to do the direction on it there. Once we go a couple rounds, I'm going to show y'all. I'll take it off. And, oh my gosh, the pink. I'm excited. Oh my gosh, y'all. Hold on. We're going to take this off here in a minute, and I'm going to show y'all. Okay, let's take that off. You have to see this. This is crazy. So, literally, look at this. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. This is going to match. This is totally going to match. Totally going to match, y'all. What do you think? You think it matches? Hey, Missy. This is actually for Missy. This is for her daughter. So, y'all, what do you think? I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking. I think I'm liking the pink too, right? Okay, so let's get stitching. Y'all ready? It's almost like y'all ready to rumble. Ha ha. All right, so we're gonna start stitching. Just start stitching. And this is when you can turn your machine up. Turn your machine up and let it go, y'all. And you're centering your foot right down the middle of the two ropes. And when you center that foot right down the middle of the two ropes, it just goes and grabs both sides. So it runs a stitch down the middle, and then it goes and grabs both pieces of rope. So, and then this will just keep growing here. This is going to keep growing. I'm excited, Missy. I'm excited with this thread. I don't know. The thread makes it everything. Sometimes you don't want it to do anything, but I'm thinking we want this one too. How many of y'all have done rope pulls? If you haven't done one, start small. Just do like a small coaster. You don't have to start with a bowl. Just do like a small coaster or something. Coasters are pretty easy. I'll grab one here and show you. Because you can just do, let me grab one of these. You can just do like a small coaster. And those stitch together fairly easy. They stitch together fairly easy. If you haven't tried it, you know, that's your easiest way. Nice, Nancy. Very cool. Love the view here better than Lisa, right? Lisa, isn't it better? It's a lot bigger, right? So, y'all, if you want a bigger view, hit the YT. If you want a bigger view, hit the YT. Kind of cool. Did you find the information in the bio, Lisa? And we have Miss Pearl there, Miss Lisa. She's been joining every morning, which is awesome, and I greatly appreciate you there, Miss Pearl. What's the? Haven't looked yet. What's the YT? YT there, Miss Deb. So if you click in my bio and click there, it's going to take you over to the YT. You'll see what it means. Once you go there, you're going to see me there. Yes, you're on both. All right, Ms. Lee. Very cool. All right, so we're going to keep stitching. We're going to keep stitching. We're going to get this stitched up because we're going to see if we can do this one, and we'll see if we can do get that iguana done too, because I'm thinking the green and black rope, because that green and black rope is kind of cool. We may we may have some fun with some green thread on that. I don't know. We're going to have to see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, how's everybody's Friday? How's everybody's Friday this morning? I hope it's good. Hopefully it is good. And again, if you're just joining, we are working on a Cheshire cat. Where do you get your Wally World? Wally World. It is, so if you go over into the like where the tools and stuff are at, where like the stuff for like your what I'm thinking paint, over by the paint and stuff too. Just look for clothesline rope. It's clothesline rope. Tablet also lets me zoom. Oh, awesome. That is cool. Very cool. So it looks good on YT, Miss Lisa. I have done a coaster and always wanted to try embroidery one. Awesome. Yeah, the pearl embroidering is kind of cool. Embroidering is kind of Cindy. Good morning. I haven't tried making bowls yet. So I'm going to show y'all how to do the bowl here in a minute. So once we get the bottom done and we add that Cheshire cat, and watch the clothesline rope. Some has metal. Oh, I did not know that, Beth. I did not know that. So thanks for that information. Does it tell it on it that it has the metal in it? Does it say that there's metal in it when you do that? Thanks, Jan. I did not know that. Y'all see, we learned something new from everybody here. We share all kinds of stuff here, y'all. We share all kinds of stuff. So we're going to put this over here because this is what we're adding, y'all. So I'm going to put him over here. So we're going to kind of keep him there. That way we know how big we got to go. How big we got to go on this bottom. Because what we're going to do is we're going to get the bottom big enough to put him on. Once we get him added, we will swap over to that macrame rope. So just tell her I have to go and they're going to get ready to take me down. Shannon, you be careful in surgery and let us know that you're okay. Y'all, we need to send some good vibes to Miss Shannon to have a good surgery. Sending good vibes to you, Miss Shannon. Is the cat printed on? It is. It's an it is. So it's a DTF transfer. It is a DTF transfer. My cat. And you figured it. Oh, awesome, Beth. Yeah, you got to be careful on that. You got to be careful on the breaking needles. So once you figure it out, it works okay. Yeah, the metal in the rope would actually break it. What size is the? It is. Let's measure it. Let's measure him. Let's measure him. Get over here, tape measure. So we're gonna measure him. So he is. So we're going to go 7. We're going to say 7. He's about a 7 by 6. So it's, well, about 7 by 6.5. So we're going to say 7 by 7. We'll say 7x7 is about how big he is. So it's going to be kind of cool. He's going to be kind of cool. And y'all, look at this. Send me a message, Miss Tammy. Send me a message, Miss Tammy, and I can let me know what you're looking for, and we can do that for you. I have made a oval hot pat. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So y'all, check this out. Is this not the coolest? I'm loving the pink. I am loving the pink. I don't know. And on the back, it just gives it a little pop of pink. So it's not completely pink, but just a little pop. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. So Miss Missy on here, she actually ordered my grandson needs mater and okay, cool. Very cool. What do you want? What do you want made with mater and lightning? What do you want made? Are you wanting a rope bowl with them? You could also put the pink on the bobbin if you. Yeah, you could. I thought about Lisa. I thought about doing pink on the bottom, but I don't know. I wanted it a little different. Did you see the first made out of the rope I sent? No. Oh my gosh, I gotta look. When did send it? When you send it, where did you send it to? On here on YT? We can do one of these bowls. Absolutely. They could use it for to put cars. I mean, how old are your grandkids? They could use it to put all kinds of different stuff in. We can totally do that. Okay, yeah, I will check it out. And with that, so with mater, we would use some brown on mater. We could have some fun with mater. I love mater and not lightning, so I love that show. It's kind of cool. Thanks for the follows, y'all. Thanks for the follows. If y'all are just joining, as you can see, the Cheshire cat is sitting here. So we are doing a rope bowl. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this big enough, and he's about 7x7. We just measured him. So we're going to get this big enough to put that in the middle. Once we get that in the middle, then we're going to add, we're going to swap over to the pink macrame rope, and we're going to add that pink macrame. And we may go pink macrame and then add a little white in the middle and go back to the pink. I don't know. We're going to see how it turns out. We're going to see how it turns out. Thank y'all for joining this morning. He's going to be 15 months. Oh, how cute is that? Oh my God. I love little ones. I love little ones. Congratulations on the grandbabies. I've got 5 grandkids, y'all. Well, I'm saying 6 grandkids because my niece, I claim her too. And they're all granddaughters, but one grandson. I have one grandson. It's funny. My one son, his kids, they know I always make everything homemade. So she's like, the granddaughter, she's like, I want a cow bear and a cow quilt. And then my grandson, he wants a Hulk bear and a Hulk quilt for Christmas. And then their cousin, which I make stuff for her too, she wants a unicorn bear and a unicorn quilt. So I got to get started on those. I got found some stuff for those. So I got to get started on those too. So making bears is kind of fun. Making bears is kind of fun. And if you want, I know you said something with a bowl, but we could do a bear theme for the little ones if you'd like. Would you like to see the bear? I can show you the bear right quick if you'd like to see. Are you going to make them on live today? No. So I got to work today. So I'll have to work today. Maybe this weekend, maybe I'll do a pop-up live. I have a 4-year-old granddaughter and 15-month-old. Let me show you something, Miss Tammy. Let me show you something. So I make themed bears. I make themed bears. So, and the eyes are embroidered. So, I mean, we could easily put lightning and mater on the stomach. So, just as an FYI, if you want to go that route. So, I love kids. I love making kids happy. So, love making kids happy. We're going to keep stitching. Good morning on the YT. I made an oval hot pad Donna. Patty. Oh, wow. Thanks, Pearl. Thanks, Pearl. Is that bear pattern? Lisa, yes. So that is actually my grandmother's pattern, and I actually posted it. If you go over to, if you click in my bio and click in there, it'll take you over, it'll go to YT. And in YT, you can click in my bio. It'll take you right to my page, and you'll see it. So thank you, Cynthia. I can't post my thing here on TT anymore. They won't let me. So needless to say, it's on YT. This is stitching out pretty good, y'all. Really liking the pink. So this is stitching up. We're going to see. I'm saying it's probably about, we're going to see how big it is here in a minute. See how big it is in a minute. So I'm getting my nails redone next week, y'all. Getting my nails redone next week. All right, let's see how big we got. We'll see how big we got going here, guys. So as you can see, kind of cool. So we'll be adding cat. So we need to go just a little, we need to go a little bigger here. So he'll come on here. Once he gets on here, then we'll start curving up on the side and making it a bowl. So Mr. Cheshire cat, y'all. This is going to be a cool Christmas gift there, miss. This is going to be a cool Christmas gift. So get some more rope unrolled here. Thank y'all for joining. Thanks for joining. And the nice thing is, you know, if you do a homemade gift, you know, I was saying this the other day, you know, you do these homemade gifts for your kids and stuff, you know, and, you know, they open them at Christmas time and they come across yours. They're like, okay, yeah. But you know what? 6 months down the road, you're going to look at that. Thank you, Renee. Good morning. You're going to go over and you're going to visit your grandkids and they're going to be like, you know what? That one gift they're still going to have and still be using is that homemade gift. That'll be the homemade gift. So, and years later, you know, so just, oh, yay, Miss Lisa. You'll have to share what you make. You'll have to share what you make. Oh, you're very welcome. You are very welcome. I try to share on there for you guys. I try to share. Oh, thank you. Trim that piece of thread off. Trim that piece of thread off there. And I need to drink coffee. I need to drink. Don't forget your coffee, y'all. Don't forget your coffee. We got to have coffee in the morning. Y'all, we got 10 of you over on YT. Yay. I watched someone the other day. She put her rope on an Xmas light reel. Oh, I didn't even think about that's a good idea. That is a really good idea. Thanks for the follows, y'all. Hey, Penny, how are you? Good morning. Y'all, if you're just joining, as you see, I have the Cheshire cat here. We are making a rope bowl. So we need to go a little bit bigger because we need to have this big enough to put this on. So once we get that big enough, we'll go over to the table and we'll get him pressed on here because that's a DTF transfer, y'all. That one is a DTF transfer. So we'll get him added on there. Once we get him added on there, then we're going to start curving up. We're going to start curving up into that bowl. And I'll show you how that works. So, and I'll tell you, the first time you do it, the first time you start doing a bowl, you're like holding it up and you're like stitching along. And I remember my friend and I, Abby and I, were doing these together. And we're like, this is not working. And of course, we were doing it on, we were video chatting doing these. And so we were doing that. And then I'm like, this isn't working. It's not working. So you're very new to this and wondering how you're doing this and looking away. I'm so so I have my hand and I keep my hand here. And because like I said, I don't know. I know what my machine does. I know what my machine does. Good morning, Irie. So, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful on here, and you just got to make sure that you're not moving your hand. So, because on this, with this one right here, with your rope, as you can see, the machine is pulling it. You have feed dog on your machine, and you just let your feed dog pull it. You're just literally directing the rope and keeping it in line. You're just keeping it in line. So. Why wasn't it working for you and your friend? Oh, so let me finish my story, Deidre. So it was working. It takes a couple of loops going around for it to start curving on there. So clothesline rope, Kate. It is clothesline rope. It is clothesline rope. So like I said, so we're doing this rope. We're going to be adding Mr. Cheshire Cat to the middle of it. And I am using a double blanket stitch on there. Got an idea for a mini fabric rope mug rope. Okay, coolness. Coolness. We're going to stop and see how big we're at. Let's stop. Because we need it big enough. Like I said, we need it big enough for Mr. Cheshire here. Let's see. We need to go just a little bigger here. So we're getting close. We're getting close because he's going to go on here. Once we get him on here, like I said, we're going to go in and we're going to add that pink rope. The pink rope is going to come up the sides. So isn't he cute? It's going to be cute. This is a cute idea. Thanks, Miss, for this, for letting me make this for you. Show what stitch you like. Absolutely, Kate. Let me show you the stitch. So let me move you over here. This weekend, I'm going to try make it awesome. Oh, no, Miss Lisa. Sorry. Sorry. So on here. So if you see this highlighted here. So this is the one that we're using. So it's the 3-18. And I have it. We're going to go back up to that 7. So on there. So, but as you see, there's a center stitch. So it has that center stitch. So what it does is it goes and it does that center stitch, and then it goes back and forth, back and forth. And as it goes back and forth, as you can see, what it does is it goes back and forth on here. So you center that foot here, and then it goes back and forth, and it grabs the rope here, grabs a rope here, and then it just squeezes it together. I don't know. It just seems like that's the most perfect stitch that I have found for it. It's my go-to stitch. Good morning, Miss Susan. Good morning. Not trying to. You can't see what I'm doing, Cindy? You're good. Let me see. How about here? There we go. Is that better? I'm trying to be, and no, please let me know, Cindy. Please let me know. So what I have is you have your stitch and you center your foot down the middle, and then you And as that centers down the middle, that blanket stitch will go back and forth, and it'll stitch back and forth on there. So did you change any stitch? So Kate, yes. So when I changed this, when I picked the stitch, so I picked that 3-18, and then I upped the width to 7 millimeters on there, Kate. I upped the width up to 7 millimeters. So, all right. So let's come back over here, and we're going to keep stitching. Keep stitching. Just keep a stitching. Just keep a stitching, because we're so close to being at the size we need. We're so close to being at the size we need. Thank you, Cynthia. Okay, here we go. We're going to stitch around there. Let's see how big. Like I said, we only need to go just a little bit more. You're welcome, Kate. You are welcome. Always willing to help out, y'all. Always willing to help out. Ask all the questions you want. We're going to get stitched around here. I'm going to trim these threads as we get onto this other side here. Stop that. I'm going to trim this thread. And y'all, this is how I start jelly roll rugs, is with rope, because I have yet to figure out how to do the center of a jelly roll rug, because it all gets bunched up and it doesn't lay flat. So what I end up doing is, like, I'll do like a small circle in the middle, and then I'll start adding that rope, or the fabric rope, to that for those. So take a couple more rounds, and then it should be big enough for Mr. Cheshire, and then we'll go and get him added on here. Get him added. Let's see where we're at here. Ooh, we got close. I think if we go 2 more times around, will be good, because like I said, he's going on there. So, because it actually fits on there, but I want it to go just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. So, and I'm sorry if I'm missing your questions. I'm going to get this one on there, and then we can look and see what we're doing. Go a couple more times around, and then we're going to go add him on there. And when you add something, if you add, what size needle? It is, hold on, I'll tell you. So this one is, here we go. Can you see? It's to do 80-12. It's like an 80-12, I think is what it says. It's just a universal needle. I use a universal needle for everything. So use a universal needle for everything. Because they have all kinds of different ones out there, but I found that pretty much anything I do is universal. I use it for the embroidery, I use it for quilting, I use it for the rope bowl. Because the fabric, the rope is soft. I mean, it's just cotton rope. So, especially when we go over to the macrame rope, it's a thinner rope. It is a thinner rope on there. So, okay, I think we're perfect. We are perfect. I'm excited. Y'all excited? I'm excited. I'm excited. It looks like right there. I'm going to add a couple more stitches in the middle. This is where we started. So I'm just going to add a couple more stitches here. That would make sure that it stays in there. Okay. And then we're going to go over here and get this on there. Zoom, zoom, trim. There. So on the back side, I just wanted like a light pink. So the way we got that light pink is we used just the white thread on the back. So and then it pulled in the pink color on the back there. So the back's just got just the light pink hue to it. And then here's the front. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut this off because we're going to go to pink. We're going to go ahead and go to pink after that one. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that one off. And we're going to come over this way. I'll turn y'all here as soon as I get over there. Okay, so I'm going to move you up. Okay. There we go. Move y'all up. Good morning. Good morning, Becky. How are you? How are you this morning? It is a Lumi 2, Luminaire 2. There's also, okay. All right. Questions. All right. Coolness. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. Okay. So we have the rope done. So this is the center, and this is going to be a bowl, y'all, because now after this, we're going to go up. We're going to go up the side with the pink. We're going to go up the side. Let me turn this iron on so we can get going on that. Get the iron heating up. You are very welcome. You are very welcome. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add Mr. Cheshire Cat to the middle of this rope. This is going to be a cool bowl. I'm excited. I am so excited for this because you got to have fun with it. So let me see if I missed. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate all the follows. Say. Fun, fun, fun. So yeah, rope, y'all. So on the front, we did a double blanket stitch. We did a double blanket stitch on there with the double blanket stitch. And then on the back, like I said, I just used, so Becky, if you click on my bio here in white and TT, it takes you right over to my YT. It'll take it right over there. What's the brand on the, so Lisa, if you send me a message, because I actually get the images off of E, you know what I'm saying? I have to be careful what I say. So I get the images off of E, and then I have a company here in Arizona. I'm in Arizona. I have a company I send them to, and they're quick. You send them to them one day, they ship them out the very next day. So they're phenomenal. The prints are phenomenal. So thank you, Cynthia. Things to watch for to avoid breaking needles. Deidre, the density of your rope. The density of your rope is a big thing. So if you have, did you use regular embroidery thread or sewing thread? Cindy, I just used regular embroidery thread. I just use regular embroidery thread on it. It seems to work really well. So, of course, I've been using, and mine, the thread I'm using is like with an F. I'm not gonna say the name. But anyways, somebody called it foo-foo earlier, which is cool. I think they should go back to that name. So things to watch for. So yeah, the density of your rope. Sometimes if you get a bigger density of rope, you'll end up breaking thread or breaking needles. You're breaking thread on there. So the rope. So this is a macrame rope. I think Bets was one that was telling me that she had got the rope that was like a loose. We have a puzzle. She had got the rope that was a loose macrame. So embroidery thread in your bobbin too. So I use pre-wound bobbins. I use the pre-wound bobbins in my bobbin. So and it's embroidery. It's the lighter weight embroidery or thread. So yeah, make sure no metal. So Beth's made a good comment, y'all. Beth's made a good comment today. And I didn't even realize that was something that they had. So I guess they have some rope out there that actually, thank you, Cynthia, that they have some rope out there that has metal in it. So yeah, you definitely got to be careful, because if you have something that's got metal in it, that metal will it'll bend that needle, it'll break that needle. So you just have to be careful on those. So, but anyways, okay. I think, okay, we're hot here. So, and on here, you want to make sure that you're getting it on the right side, because if you come over here, you load the design or a piece of fabric, whatever you're adding here, because you can use like seam or whatever and add a piece of fabric onto here. It doesn't have to be a transfer. It could be whatever you want to on here. So, but when you add it on here, you want to make sure that you're adding it on the same way you're going to put it back in the machine. Because if I add it to this side and then I'm like, oh, that's not going to work very well because I'm like turning the wrong way. So I want to make sure, and as a reminder, when you load it into the machine, so your thread is over here and it's turning that way. It's turning that way with the feed dog. So it's pulling it that way. So what I'm going to do, coming on this side, which it was fairly easy on this one because we have bright pink on this side and just a light pink hue on the back side. So now we're going to take Mr. Cheshire, and this is a DTF transfer. I'm going to put him right here in the middle. I'm excited to see what he looks like. Okay, here we go, guys. We're just going to press him on here. Once we get him pressed on here. So with these, what I do is I press them on here. And then once you get them pressed on there and you pull that top piece of paper off, you grab another piece of fabric. You don't want to iron right there on them. You don't want to iron right on them, because if you iron right on it, you have that melt. You end up melting that stuff on your iron. So you grab another piece of fabric and you set that in. You give it a good iron and set that transfer into whatever you're ironing on. So turn that off. And y'all, oh my gosh, check that out. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. We're going to turn him. He turns. He's always doing crazy stuff on there. She is always doing crazy stuff on there. So, oh my gosh, I'm excited, y'all, right? I'm excited to see, because now what we're going to do is we're going to take this rope and we're going to go up the side. We are going to go up the side with this to make it a bowl. So let's go make this a bowl. Yes, right? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Pearl. Thank y'all for joining this morning. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate y'all hanging out in the mornings. Let's go back and make this a bowl. I'm excited. I'm going to show y'all how we're going to make this a bowl, because, it's fairly easy just to get the flat. One. And, it makes just coasters flat, but sometimes we want it to curve. Let's go curve. Let's go curve, y'all. Okay. So I'm going back over here. I live in a small space, so we have to kind of Have you done machine embroidery on the bowl? Yes, ma'am. I have one over here and I'll show you. It has Mr. Goofy on it. So I will show, is he in here? Hold on. Let me see if he's in here. I did one, I do embroideries on everything. So he's over here. We'll find him when I come back this way. When I come back this way. So, all right. Right? Is that not cool? So I'm in love with the transfers. I don't know. I've been doing all kinds of stuff with these transfers, y'all. Why not? You gotta have fun. I like to do things outside the box. Outside the box here. Hold on. Let me look right quick. I have over here. This is my pile of everything here. My pile of everything here. Who's that here? There you are. Okay, embroidery. I found the one with embroidery on it. Okay. Oof. Okay, so move you down. What kind of DTF, Miss Cindy? DTF is what it is. And if you, I can send the information for it too if you like. So embroidery. You can also embroidery on the rope. You got to be careful when you do the embroidery on the rope because you want to be careful on the density of the rope you use. Clothesline rope works okay, or actually fairly good. So this was done on clothesline rope. So you have to just be careful when you don't want to use that thicker rope because your machine has to go through all that. So your machine will have to go through all that. So you can definitely add embroideries and it looks cool. How cool is that, right? I mean, he turned out really cool. So, all right. So like I said, we're now going to go to the pink. We're going to add and drink a cup of coffee. We're going to add pink and that pink is going to, that's what you want to do. That pearl, try it out. And like I said, start small. Start small. Because on this one right here, y'all, it's a small one. It's only maybe 5 inches across. It's only maybe 5 inches across. So you make this. Once you get this made, and you float this. You float this in your hoop. So you would load your stabilizer in your hoop, and then you would float this on the top of it. And then and you can use, they have the like a sticky stabilizer, the back. This is what the back looks like, Deidre. So, but what I'm thinking about doing is actually adding a piece of fabric to the back of this. So I think it would be okay. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. You are welcome. So, all right. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay. So we're going to unwind some of this macrame and we're going to start going up the side, y'all. We are going to start going up the side. You down there. You down there. And we're going to keep going with the same stitch. So I'll have to get, so we have, it fuzzes, I'll tell you. Fizzes. We're going to trim this. I'm going to take this piece of rope. So you have, then you want to make sure you keep going the same way. So you grab your macrame is a little bit smaller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the macrame rope just a little bit back from where it ended. And I'm going to start, and then it's going to stitch across there. Let me go there. Hold on. I want y'all to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the macrame like maybe an inch. We're going to say an inch this way. So we're going to put the macrame an inch this way and start stitching back that way and come this way with it. So that way to get it started. Thank you, Penny. I appreciate that. Okay. So we're going to start stitching here. And getting started is where it's fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way. And I'm just going to put my foot down. And that way it starts. There we go. That actually worked out pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my first round. Once I get my first round, I'm going to turn it up sideways. We're going to turn it up sideways and start curling up. And you're just centering that foot between the two ropes. Centering that foot between the two ropes and using that double blanket stitch. And y'all, I didn't know what the name of the stitch was until somebody on here told me. So And if you find that I'm calling something the wrong name, tell me. I don't think anything personal. I don't know everything. I'll tell you right now, I don't know everything. But I like to have fun with sewing. Do y'all like to have fun with sewing? This is going to be so cute. Oh my gosh, look at that, y'all. Look at him. He is cute. Cute, cute, cute. Oh my gosh. We're going to get over here to the other side, and I'm going to show y'all how to curve a bowl. So, like I said, right now it's just a flat piece. So once we get over here to this other side, let me trim these threads right quick. Trim these threads. Trim those back. We're going to get over here. Once we get past that point right there, we're going to pick it up. And it seems a little weird. And like I said, the first couple rounds you're going, you're like, it's not working. It's not working. But I promise you, it is working. You just don't realize it. Stop. Where it started and stopped from there, we want to make sure that we got. Okay. So I'm showing you what we're doing here. So right there where it started and stopped, I was making, good morning, Nikki. I was making sure that it actually stitched together okay. So and I think we're okay. So now what we're going to do is, yeah, it's a DTF transfer on there. It's a DTF transfer. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start curving this, y'all. We are going to start curving this. So how do you curve it? You pick up the side. You see how I have this picked up and I hold it to the side of the sewing machine. I'm holding this to the side of the sewing machine, and as I hold it to the side of the sewing machine, it starts forming it that way. It'll start forming it into a bowl, like I said, but you're going to have to go up. We're going to have to go around a few times before it starts curving. First time I did this, like I said, I was like holding it up here, and I'm like, this is not working. This is literally not working, but it is working. You're just not realizing it. So it's like magic. It's like magic. It's like Cynthia says, trust the process. Trust the process. We're going to keep going here. We're just going to keep holding this up. And like I said, we're going to go a couple times around. Once we get a couple times around, we'll stop and see if it's curving up. Like I said, first time I did this, I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure about this, but trim those threads here. Actually, you can see it. See, it's not laying flat no more. You see how it's not laying flat anymore? You can see it's actually starting to curve. It's starting to curve, y'all. So, like I said, we just got to trust that process. Got to trust the process. And sorry if I missed your comments on this one. This one I got to kind of pay more attention to. So. We'll let it go a couple times around, and then we'll stop it and take it off, and we can see. So we'll stop it and take it off, and we can see how it goes. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. What wouldn't, hold on, what's the question? Why wouldn't you use the rope to create? So I'm just adding, so you're talking about the clothesline rope? So I'm just adding the macrame rope just to give it a little different touch on the outside. It's just depending on what rope bowl I'm using is depending on what I'm doing. Yeah. So it's just, I'm just adding a different touch to the outside because you can totally continue with the clothesline rope. I'm just adding a little different touch. So just preference, whatever your preference is there. We'll stop here in a minute and you can see. Let's go ahead and stop. That way we can see what it's doing. Okay. So as you can see, it's starting to curve into that bowl. It's starting to curve into the bowl. You see how the side is curving up? See how that's curving up? So now it's starting to curve. Kate, so I'm a director of IT. I'm a director of IT by day. I do this every morning. And anybody new to me, anybody new on here to me, I am on here Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning. So I love sharing my knowledge with y'all, and y'all get to pick what we do. Y'all get to pick what we do for the lives. So this is what I do as stress reliever, I guess you could say. And it's my joy to share to y'all. It is my joy to share to y'all. So good morning. Good morning. Thank y'all for joining. Y'all, how cool is that? And y'all see how it's turning into a bowl? See how it's turning into a bowl? So this is kind of cool. Thanks, Susan. Miss Susan has done a few orders for me, and I have to say that stained glass one I did for you is awesome. You are very welcome, Brittany. You are very welcome. It's my give back. It's my give back, y'all. So, all right. So let's keep going. Y'all, we had fun yesterday. Check this out. Hold on. We're going to go back this way. Check out what we did yesterday. Anybody new? Y'all decided I needed to do a reverse applique. I had never done a reverse applique. Hello. It worked out very well. I'm a Cisco network and oh my gosh, Salty. Welcome. Y'all, that's awesome. That is very cool. So I'm a director of IT. I run an IT department for a county. So I'm in charge of all of the networking, all of the departments, the sheriff's office, all of it. So thank you. They loved it, Nikki. They loved they were like, where did you get that? And I'm like, oh, I did it this morning. They're like, you did it this morning. What? So, but they all loved it. They're like, oh my gosh, we love that. So I was excited. And of course I had to wear it again this morning. I work for the county government county government can be interesting, Salty. County government can be interesting. So I've been here for quite a few years. So, but I'm hoping it's for my retirement job. I mean, what I'd love to do is own a quilt shop. That's my dream job. My dream job would be to own a quilt shop and do classes every day. That would totally be. So you never heard of DTF. So you have a video showing how, Cindy, we can do a video on that. So I do not print my own DTF. I print my own fabric, but I do not print those. So my dream too, Cynthia, we should do it together. We should all get together, y'all. We should all do, let's see. Also work at a 911 equipment. I'm retired with 30 years, but back after 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, the 911 equipment is interesting, right, Salty? They have their own thing. They have their own thing. And then having to deal with all the assiduous and every information and stuff. So I'm trying to think. Do we add some white into the middle of here, or do we keep going with the pink? Do we add a couple rounds of white? What do you think? Then I would have to fly to Arizona for your classes. Oh, well, I mean, I'd love to have you, but we could also do virtual. But just as an FYI to y'all, I'm looking at doing a quilt retreat. I am looking at doing a quilt retreat for an abstract quilt. So I know we did an abstract quilt on live, but I'm thinking about doing probably a 2-day class, or I don't know, 2 or 3. I just got to find a location to do the retreat. So probably looking at maybe February or March is what I'm looking at. So when I have I'm going to give you a few months ahead of time to know, but looking at doing one. So I will keep y'all posted on that. I'll keep y'all posted on that. Okay, let's stop this. Do we add white? I'm thinking we add, thank you, Bonnie. Thank you for the follows. I'm thinking we add a couple rounds of white and then back to the pink. Should we add a couple rounds of white? I'm thinking we add a couple rounds of white. I'm thinking. What do y'all think? I think we need some white because we can go around a couple times. This is looking so cool. Y'all. I'm excited. I am excited. But I think we add, yes, white. Okay, let's add some white. See, y'all get to help me out. Here. So we're gonna add some white. I'm gonna add white. I'm gonna trim this off. Or maybe we end with the white. Who knows? Maybe we end with the white. This rope is sometimes it frizzes immediately. This white frizzes immediately. So we're gonna try. I'm gonna push that down. I'm gonna try and get it. Thinking what I do is I'm gonna come this way and then go backwards. Starting and stopping is the fun part, y'all. Okay, back up. There we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. It got warm. Okay. It's like you get so intense on it and you're like, okay. We may end with white. So it's white in the middle and then pink and then white. We might just end with the white. We'll see what it does. So pin the comment. Would be cute with some wrapped fabric to maybe around the top edge, Ooh, Betty, great idea. Let me get these going and then let me see if I can find good ideas. See, y'all help me out here. Get this going. Good idea on the pink fabric. I hadn't thought about that. White and the darker pink in the sections mimicking hip body. Oh, that's a good idea, Bonnie. That's a good idea too. Hey, I take y'all's recommendations. So we're gonna see if we can find. We'll see if we can find some pink fabric. I may have. Let's just see. I have some strips. We'll look at my strips and see what we have. We will see what we got going. Y'all are just joining. Thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out with me. We are making a rope bowl this morning with the theme of the Cheshire cat. This is a Christmas gift somebody ordered. So we went and did the clothesline rope on the bottom. We added that transfer to it. Then we went and added a pink accent to it with that macrame rope. Now we went back to the clothesline rope, and looks like we're adding fabric to the edge. Looks like we're going to add fabric to the edge. So great idea, guys. Great idea. And thanks for helping me. Thank you for helping me. I appreciate it. We're going to come over to this side. We're going to trim this. Trim that. What we'll do is we'll go a couple times around. Come to my house, Carrie. I got plenty of pink. Okay. Road trip. I'm taking a road trip to Louisiana. Road trip to Louisiana. Where are we all from this morning? Where are we all from this morning? I am in Arizona, y'all. I am in Arizona. My husband just got it. Indiana. Welcome, welcome, Alabama. Welcome to the live, y'all. Welcome to the live. New Mexico. Good morning, y'all. Coast of North Carolina. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We got people from everywhere, y'all. People from everywhere. So we're going to go a couple times around, then we're going to get that fabric out. Midland, Texas. Midland, Texas. Nice. Corpus Christi. Y'all. Ma was from, Nova Scotia. Kate, I love that you're from Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia. Am I saying that correctly, Kate? I was excited the other day. I told my husband, I was like, honey, we have somebody that joined from Nova Scotia. That is the coolest thing. The coolest thing. So awesome. Thank y'all for joining. I really appreciate you hanging out with us. And all these are all replayed over on the YT, y'all. So, and you can get there. Chile, North Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Tennessee. Awesome, awesome. We got people from everywhere. Everywhere, y'all. So I think we'll go a couple times around, and then we'll grab some fabric. We'll grab some fabric. He is going to be cute. Cute Christmas gift. Cute Missouri. Y'all, I went to basic training in Missouri. Fort Leonard Wood. I have to say, that's cold there in the winter, Karen. Thanks for the heart, mate. Good morning, Miss Peach Angel. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to go a couple more times around, and then I'm going to find that pink fabric. We had flurries in the middle of the night a couple nights ago. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, no. That's too early. It's too early, Karen. Too early. Too early. We had a mild winter last year in Missouri. Oh, wow. Well, it's colder here this year than it ever was last year. So I don't think it ever really got very cold last year here either. So I don't know. I'm kind of worried we're gonna have a cold winter. Kind of worried. So I think one more time around and then we'll grab that fabric. One more time around, we'll grab that fabric. I'm excited. He's looking cool. You didn't, yeah. You got a foot of snow on Monday. Reese, where are you at? Going to be 68. Isn't that crazy? I wish I knew how to make. So Elaine, watch my lives. Watch my lives. I do replay. Bring on the cold. It's hot here in Texas. You're in Center, Texas, aren't you there, Susan? Susan, I have to tell you, so my grandma lived in Cisco for the longest time. You're in Southeast Texas. Oh, wow. Very Arlington, Texas. Yes. So Cisco's outside of there. Dallas, Fort Worth. I was born. Yep. I was born in Dallas, Fort Worth. Okay, so we're about all the way around here, and then we're gonna grab some fabric, y'all. We are gonna grab some fabric. I'm excited. This is looking so cool. And great idea for the fabric, y'all. Thanks for the idea on the fabric. Dallas. Nice. I have a piece of the, here we're going to stitch that down. So we're going to, let's look at this and then let me see if I can find some fabric to match. Let me see if I can find some fabric to match. Y'all, check this out. How cool is that? He is cute. He is cute. Oh my gosh. Gosh, gosh, gosh. How cool, right? Would making a patch work for putting a design? Absolutely, Cindy. Absolutely. You'd probably want to use like a, thank you for the heartbeat. You'd probably want to use like a thinner material. They're like a, you could do like the patch on like a, some, I'm trying to think of the stabilizer. I'll think of the stabilizer here in a minute. It'll come to me. I'm afraid the fabric isn't going to be strong enough. Thank you. I'm thinking it's cool. So, all right. So let me, we have a madness going here. Hold on. I got to fix my madness. Yeah, I think it's going to be gorgeous. It's telling me, Becky, what? So if you click on me and then click right down there, it won't let you go? Thank you, Cynthia. Okay, let me grab a pink strip. Cynthia can help get you there. Okay, so I'm looking in my drawer. Don't go nowhere. So looking in the drawer, let's see. Ooh, guys. So I'm going to grab a couple different options here. Because I have a couple of pieces of fabric back here, y'all. I know I'm sitting here talking to you through the back of it, but I'm almost thinking Okay, y'all. So I have a couple options. I'm gonna let y'all choose. So I gotta grab scissors. So grab scissors. Okay. All right, here, guys. Okay, so where do you on the big A, Miss Cindy, on the big A, and I have it. If you click in the YT thing, my thing will pop up, and I think I have it in there. I think I have it in there for you. So good morning. Good morning. Okay, so couple options here. Couple options. So we are going to add fabric to the outside. So I have this fabric or I have this fabric. Which one, guys? So which one do you think? Let me know. It's not Cynthia? I wonder if they removed it. Top one. Top one. Okay, we're going with that one. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for your help. I appreciate your help. Okay, so what we're gonna do now we're gonna add fabric, y'all. Now we're gonna add fabric. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this fabric in half. Cut this fabric in half. And it doesn't have to be perfect, so we're just gonna use a pair of scissors. This is just a 2.5-inch strip of fabric. And I'm thinking we'll go a couple times around. We'll go a couple times around with fabric. Yes, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Okay, so now we have this. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to grab some rope. Come here, rope. This is what happens when come on, just give me enough rope to go around it a couple times, and then I'll untangle you. Then I'll untangle you. I promise. I promise. Oh, I got it. Yay! 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 Okay, we got it. We got it. Sometimes it gets twisted as you're going around. Sometimes it gets twisted. Maybe, Betty, it might have. Thank y'all for your help. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you all for your help. I appreciate it. Okay, so trim off that thread there. What I'm going to do is, I think do I have any clips? I have a couple over here. So we're going to use some clips, y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I'm going to wrap this around. I'm going to put a clip here. Wow, hot flashes are getting me this morning, y'all. So we're going to wrap it around here. I said we might need both of these. We might need both of these here. So I'm thinking if we went around twice, it would work out okay. I'm thinking if we went around twice, it would be okay. Look, yeah, so I try to make it as easy as possible, Miss Elaine. I try to make it as easy as possible. So that's it. Y'all get to choose what my lives are. So if you guys have something that you want to try, let me know. Sorry. Oh, you do not need to apologize, Miss Cindy. That is what I'm here for. You are welcome to ask all the questions you want. So I see Oh, I'll have to look at my, I'm trying to look, I'm trying to remember. I'll look and see which one I did, Miss Cindy, and I'll post the thing on it for you. But I think the one that I put in there is the one that I got. So would love to know how to add tablet to crochet. Oh, fabric. Oh, I don't know. Thought you were first going to fold it long ways around the rope. Oh, no, no. I just wrap it around. Once you wrap it around, then we'll just stitch it around. And I think I'm going to have to add both these pieces of fabric here. Because I just added at the first, and then I just start wrapping it down the rope. Is it the right way? I don't know. Is there an actual right way? I think it's just I don't know. Everybody has their own way. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for the follow. And y'all, if y'all are new to me, I'm on Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning. We're always on here doing something different. Fridays are rope days. Thanks, Stacy. Thank you. Fridays are rope days, so we always do something different with rope. So once we get done with this, I will let y'all know what next week's schedule is, because we already have next week's schedule. We went through stuff yesterday and decided what we're doing. So I know Monday we're doing because we did a quilted handbag this week, and the request for next week is to do the quilted handbag with a zipper on top. We're going to add a zipper to there. Right? I'm excited. This is going to look cool. So we're going to be doing a quilted handbag with a zipper and with pockets. I'll have to show you all the zippers I got. Y'all get to choose. So always late to join. Brandy, it's okay. It's okay. You can do zippers, Elaine. Come do my zippers for me, Elaine. Come do my zippers. Zippers sometimes are my nightmare, but I can do them in the embroidery machine just fine. You would. I could do them in the embroidery machine just fine. So I'm going to put a clip right here, and we're going to grab this other piece of fabric, and we're going to go ahead and get it going too. I'll do a video, Cindy, and I'll post it on both platforms for you on the rope. That way you guys can know. I cannot do zippers either, Lisa. You know, and I know it's all in our head. So we're gonna keep going on this, and I'm gonna put a clip here. Once we get this wrapped, so we'll get this one wrapped, and then we'll get it stitched around the top of this. And y'all, the bowl's almost done. You watched Crafty Gemini to learn how to do zippers. Awesome, y'all. We have so many different fellow quilters out here. And I try to help everybody. Oh, y'all, tomorrow, I got invited to do a podcast tomorrow. So I will post the information for the podcast tomorrow. And it's tomorrow morning, I think at 10 a.m. I think it's at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we're going to be doing a podcast tomorrow morning. So kind of excited. That was kind of nice of them to invite me to come do the podcast. So I got to remember, I got to go find the information for it today. So I'll find that information, and then I will let y'all know where it's going to be. So, but I think the podcast is, I don't know where they play it. I don't know. Anywhere you can do podcasts, I guess. I don't watch podcasts. I'm not a podcaster. So maybe I need to start doing podcasts. I don't know. We'll see. So, but we'll get this wrapped around there, and then we'll get it stitched on there. You either, Elaine, did you say you have tutorial? Yes, ma'am, Miss Sarah. So I repost all my lives. I repost all of my lives, Miss Sarah. And it's pretty much you want to create we should do that, honey. We should do that. It is under, oh yeah, check your right up above Cynthia. I'm actually on there right now. Yes, actually I do. It's actually live right now. It is live right now. I do both. I'm live on both platforms. So if you hop over there, you'll be able to see me. It's actually a bigger view on the YT, y'all. And you are welcome, Miss Cindy. I'll hopefully I'll get it posted this weekend for you. So I'll get it posted for you this weekend. Okay, we're almost to the end of this fabric. Almost to the end of the fabric. Man, I got pieces of fabric all over me here. Thank y'all for joining. Thanks for joining. I appreciate y'all being in today. I appreciate y'all being in. And y'all, thanks for joining on the YT. I'm trying to grow that page too. So just in case, because TT has been creating some different restrictions. Just the cat, Maddie? Is that what you're asking? I can tell you how to get one. Because I actually got the design on E, and then I have a company that I use that prints them. So, and they're phenomenal. Oh, the bowl. Oh, yeah. Send me. So this one is taken, but I can do another one. We can do another one, Miss Maddie. So send me a message, and I can give you the information on it. So, because more than willing to make another one. More than willing to make another one, because this is turning out pretty cool, right? This is turning out pretty cool. You found me, Angela. You found me. Woohoo! Yay. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So I'm going to put the clip here. So I use the little clips. That way they stay in there. So now we're going to go back to the sewing machine because we got this on here. Let's add it. So as you notice, so what we did is we've added the fabric around the rope. Awesome, Elaine. Awesome. Thank y'all for joining. All right, Miss Sarah. Yay. Yay. I'm excited. So thank you for the shares, y'all. Thanks for the shares. Awesome. Okay, so we have this one. So what we did is we put just as a reiterate, go back over what we did. So we have the clothesline rope in the middle. We added the DTF transfer in there. Then we went and added the pink around here, and that is macrame rope. So we used macrame rope around that. And then from there, we are going to now, and then we added some more of the clothesline rope just to add it. And then y'all decided we needed fabric. So now we're doing fabric. Yes. Okay. So let's go here. And remember, you hold it up to keep that bowl thing going. So I'm going to take that off. And we're doing the same stitch on this one. So, and the stitch we're using is that clothesline stitch. So, and you're going to see as we go around, the fabric just connects to the rope really easily. So, and you try and wrap that fabric around the rope as tight as you can get it. As tight as you can get it there, y'all. That way it kind of stays. So, I'm excited. I was looking, I was cheating. I wanted to look and see what it looked like. So we're fixing to see what it looks like as it swirls around here, y'all. I'm excited. Thanks for the idea of the fabric. On the outside. So we've literally added a few different things onto here. We've added the transfer onto here, and now we've added the fabric onto here. We're using a fun thread. It's not variegated, but it kind of looks variegated. I can't remember what the name of this thread. It's a new thread that they have, and it's kind of cool. Y'all, I have to say oh, this is cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're about to the end of the first piece of fabric. I'm gonna have to stop here. Okay. This is looking cool. This is looking very cool. Okay. Then we're gonna go around one more time. I'm missing your comments right now, y'all. I have to make sure and pay attention because I don't want the fabric to unroll from the rope. But if you have it wrapped around that piece of rope fairly tightly, it stays pretty good. It stays pretty good on there. So, and I'm going to show y'all how I end my rope bowls. Everybody does it a little differently, but I use a piece of what do you call it? It's called pleather, I guess it is. Pleather, vinyl. I think it's vinyl. I think it's vinyl. We're going to come around here to the edge. Yay! I'm excited. I'm excited. 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 Because we want to end with the fabric, right? We want to end with the fabric. King Star fabric. No, no. What is that, Cindy? I'm going to write that down. Cynthia, don't let me forget to write that down because I want to see what that is. I've never heard of that. Let me grab. I'm thinking. Hold on. I'm looking for a piece of. We're going to use shiny. Are we okay with shiny? I think we're going to use shiny on here. I think we're going to use a shiny piece. Shiny piece. Shiny piece. Okay. So, trim that off here. Okay. So trim that. Take that off. So then what I do is I take a little, just wrap the material around the end and sew it off. Oh, now you tell me. Now, see, I missed it. I guess it, I don't know. I'm thinking I want to add this to it. I like adding these. Just my preference. I like to add these. I should have looked at your comment before. Sorry, Beth. Okay. Doom, doom, doom. Y'all, we have a bowl. Oh my gosh, we have a bowl. We have a bowl. We have a bowl. Did you have yes, I'll put my let's go ahead. Let's go put my logo on the back. Well, let's go put the logo on the back. All right. We'll go do that. We're gonna turn. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. Pick y'all up a little bit. Pick y'all up a little bit. And y'all, if you're new to me, I'm in a fifth wheel camper, y'all. This is the toy hauler section, and y'all, I'm okay. I promise. It's not a fun shirt. I just love the shirt. It's hilarious. How do you make your own? So, Elaine, so I have I actually use a transfer. I use a transfer. So what I've done is I ordered some DTF transfers with my logo on it. So my logo is on the DTF transfer. Thank you. Thank you. So let me turn this on. So we're going to turn the iron on. We're going to put this yes. Yes, I love the iron. Thank you. Thank y'all. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning. Good morning. Let me put this one in here. Oh, schedule. While that iron heats up, I'm going to let y'all know what the schedule is for next week. let y'all know what the schedule is for next week. So next week's schedule, we're gonna get this posted. I'll get this posted. So next week's schedule is on Monday. So let me show you what did I do? Oh, it's down here. So this week we made this quilted handbag this week. We made this quilted handbag this week, and we had made the squares. I showed y'all how to make these squares. So we had made this quilted handbag this week. So so next week on Monday, y'all, you want to come join me Monday because I have to show you. So first, I'm going to show you the zippers. So I found zippers yesterday. So a turquoise zipper, a pink zipper, and a blue zipper. Y'all get to decide which zipper is going in here. So we made these quilt squares. So this is going to be the fun bag. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me. So this is going to be the fun bag we're going to do on Monday. So we're going to do this bag on Monday with these quilt squares we made. So thank you, Elaine. Thank you. Thank you. So yes, Monday, come join because we're going to be adding a zipper. We're going to be adding pockets. I'm thinking on the inside. I'm thinking we're going to add a back pocket. I'm thinking a back pocket. Throw that. You want to put something to put that phone in. You want to be able to have something to put that phone in. So I'm thinking we're going to have some fun. I just got to figure out what color zipper we're going to use. Y'all get to choose. I'll let y'all choose on Monday. Let y'all choose Monday. So, all right. So now we have, so we're doing that on Monday. Pink. I'm thinking pink too, Betty. That was kind of what I was leaning towards too. So thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. So Tuesday, we're going to do mug rugs. I'm going to make mug rugs because we've been having fun with mug rugs, y'all. Check out this mug rug. How fun is she? Is that a fun mug rug, right? So, but somebody requested us to do mug rugs with the sewing machine. Somebody asked us to do, oh, there, right, Betty? So we're going to do them with the sewing machine. This was made with the sewing machine. So I like to do abstract. I'm going to show y'all how to do abstract. Mug rug. So a mug rug is, hold on, let me show you what a mug rug is. Grab my coffee. So mug rug. Put your coffee on. Put your coffee on. Put your tea glass. Anything. So you put it on your table, on whatever, just to something to keep the moisture, the heat off of your table. So mug rugs. Coasters. They're big coasters. They're big coasters. So, of course, yeah, just the big coaster. Yeah, exactly. So I'm almost thinking this one though, y'all. I'm having fun. I have a few of these transfers, y'all. Good morning, Tyler. But I'm thinking with these, y'all, this could be a good, what do you call it? Mouse pad too. So how cool is that, right? So anyway, so hey, Tyler, just FYI, check this out. This is what we made today. But anyways, okay. So Monday, quilted handbag. Tuesday, mug rugs. Wednesday, I don't know if y'all have seen them. There's somebody out there that designed quilted bows, the big quilted bows. I got to find that pattern. I got to figure out how to do it. We're going to figure that one out today. You're going to figure that one out today. Okay, Cindy, thanks for that idea on the thread. And then so Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning, Arizona time, which is Mountain Standard Time. It's 6:30 here. So it's 6:30 here right now. So we're a little bit over, but that's okay. On Thursday, we're going to do double-sided Christmas ornaments. We did double-sided Christmas ornaments the other day, which was kind of fun. But I'm thinking we may do some in the hoop and we may do some just sewing. So we'll kind of do both. We'll kind of do both on there. So, and then Friday, we're going to do rope trees. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Cynthia's going to share that to me. So, but we're going to make some rope trees. Friday's rope. We always do something with rope on Friday. So that's what we're going to do. Let's add the logo on here and we'll be done with this. So I'm going to take and push that down. So I'm going to take my logo. So all over the place, Elaine. A lot of the stuff I print myself. I do print my fabric and on there. So sounds cool. A rope tree, right? I don't know. Miss Cynthia's gonna have to share it to me. Tell me what that is. So I'm gonna put this transfer on here. once you put the transfer on, you want to take a piece of fabric and iron over the top to set that transfer in. You always want to set it in there, so make sure it stays. Make sure it stays on there. Okay, so nice thing is you can reform these. You can reform these. So it's the thread. So you add. Thank you for the cowboy hat, Tyler. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So so add the logo to the back. Logo to the back. So, and then y'all, how cool is this? I'm excited. This turned out pretty cool. This turned out pretty cool. What do y'all think, huh? What do y'all think? I'm saying cool, right? I think it's going to be cool. Exciting. I got 2 more to make this weekend, so I'll probably get those posted. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. I'll probably get those posted. One that I'm going to work on, I'm definitely going to do, is we have a iguana. So I've got 2 more to make. I've got 2 more to make. So, and on the iguana, thank you, Pearl. On the iguana, I have some green rope with black in it. Some green rope with black in it. So I'm thinking for the iguana, I think that's going to make. Oh, you should make one of those big mat. Oh, Tyler, whatever you send me, it'll be your Christmas gift. Send me a message, Tyler, whatever you want. So, all right, cool. What do you think? So I'm going to work on those. And then I also have another rope bowl. I have to make one of these for a rope bowl. So how much rope do you need? So depending on the bowl, So this one right here was probably about 50 feet of rope. So when you get the rope, and it's not that much, y'all, go to Wally World. It's not that much. So you can get the, let me show you. So you can get one that's 50 feet, one that's 100 feet. They're not that much. So they're pretty cheap. So you can get those. So, but you could do a smaller bowl with the 50 feet. So, oh, I'll have to check that out. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Now, y'all, I'm going to go on a road trip now. Isn't the owl pretty? The owl, I had already done one of these. And somebody had requested me to do another one. So, yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, clothesline rope. Just look for clothesline rope. But as Beth said, thank you for letting us know that, y'all. She said, make sure that it doesn't have metal in it, because I guess some of the rope out there has metal in it. So be careful on that. So thank you, Tyler. I'm okay. Really. I'm buried in fabric, but I'm okay. I promise. So, alrighty. Thank y'all for joining. I really appreciate it. Again, all my replays, will I be on in the morning? Pearl, I have a podcast tomorrow. Thank you. I have a podcast tomorrow, so I'm going to let y'all know when that podcast is, because I got invited to do a podcast. So I'm thinking it's around 10 o'clock, but I will do a post and let y'all know. If you're making a hot pad, oh, yes, absolutely. So does that rope package, hey, Beth, somebody's asking on that rope that had metal in it, did it say it had metal in it? We want to make sure that we don't get the metal on there. So okay. Cindy, she's saying that the package did say it had metal in it. So Tyler, I'll let you know where the podcast is at. I'm going to go look and see, because I'm thinking it's at 10 o'clock tomorrow. So, but I'll let you know. I'll post the thing on here and let y'all know exactly where the podcast is going to be. So, yes. Oh, you are very welcome, Elaine. You are very welcome. And y'all, thank you all for the new follows. And again, go hit my YT, because on my YT, all my replays are there, and we're trying to grow that one also. So just in case, you never know. So doing both platforms, come hang out. So rope day, Miss Amy. This was rope day. We had fun with rope. So cool. All right. So y'all have a wonderful day. Have a great weekend. And I'll come make a quilted handbag with zipper and pockets Monday, y'all. Have a great day, and always thank you for joining. Thank you, guys. Love you. Happy Friday, Mr. Tyler.